Everybody was pretty professional. Although the Joan person wasn't there. Interesting. Why did Doe cry? Did Doe cry during Andrew's questioning or during...
I thought it was not Doe that cried. I thought it was Pixie that cried. No? Or did they both cry?
direct examination? I don't remember. I think she was just getting frustrated because...
Okay.
During her own lawyer. Oh, Jesus. Damn. During direct exam. So your own lawyer questioning you. Oof. Okay.
Oh, Jane Doe equals Pixie? Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Who is Joanne? That's Joan Peters is the it's Lauren Hayden's AKA, I guess. I don't know. It's the one I think who's been doing most of the writing
Doe
of
is
the
Pixie.
filings.
Doe is Pixie. Doe is Jane Doe. 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 Yeah. Jane Doe. When did you stream this? Today. Also, technically, you can't win a preliminary hearing, I'm pretty sure. But... close enough.
How fucking cinema would it be if that lawyer actually was fucking Lauren under some like name change? Holy shit.
What? No.
Destiny,
Don't
it was
say
when she was
that.
asked about suicidality.
Bro, I feel like he's gonna manifest it. Like, if it's true that one of Pixie's lawyers is Lauren with a name change. No! Lauren De Laguna. Yes, Lauren De Laguna.
And she got a little emotional, and her lawyer immediately
That would be
said,
horrible.
"You want to take a break? You want water?" Trying so hard to milk it. I don't think plaintiff was, but the lawyer definitely was. Oh, maybe.
Getting or not getting the preliminary injunction is a form of winning, losing that specific hearing. Yeah. I mean, it's a really good indicator of the direction the case was going, right? It's an extremely good indicator, right? Yeah. Yep. It's kind of like this. Yeah, sure, you may have a tumor. You may have a huge tumor in your lungs. I mean, but that doesn't mean you have cancer, right? Like, it's kind of like that, I guess. Wait, where are you getting that from, Lucky? Lawyer asked D. Oh, lawyer asked D. Did your lawyer ask Kiwi to remove? D said no. Lawyer. Isn't that a contradiction? D, no, because my manager did contact no. Okay. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think you can find the PI request overbroad. In this case, move and deny it. Still win the overall case and end. Sure. Women being rejected when it comes to sex in a relationship. But like, yeah, I mean, this is why it's still kind of a big deal, right? Because it's like, I don't know, like, it's just... I mean, it's still an indicator. An indicator is an indicator, right? Like, I mean, it's kind of like a CAT scan, right? For cancer? Maybe?
I thought this was a slam dunk for Doe LeMayo. Yeah, but again, the issue is that people wanted to jump from the internet, I think, to like real life, big boy stuff. And it's not like a shit posting forum. Like, you actually have to provide evidence for your claims. There are actual rules on how you do things. It's not like whoever can create as many unhinged accounts and spam posts on Reddit as much as possible automatically wins the...
I know it's not over yet, but Queenman and J-Cell giving advice to Pixie lawyer? Wait. Really? No, look at my lawyer dog! Look at my lawyer dog, he's British!
Argument, you know? Is the court thing being streamed anywhere? No. Federal courts, to my understanding, do not allow cameras or recording devices, so...
There's no way that's true, by the way. I refuse to believe it.
What was the
It's fine. It's okay.
Tried to sneak
I don't
in
have
that
to
the
believe
leaker
it's
said
true.
Rose was 17. Oh yeah, I added that. I try not to ramble if I'm on the stand. I want to be like very clear and concise with my answers, but it did feel good because I think opposing lawyer on cross was like asking me like, Did he?
Dude, a lawyer who went to school got advice from two people who didn't go through it. Apparently, okay, somebody can double check whether or not I'm correct on this, but I'm pretty sure the lawyer themselves, right? According to Destiny, the lawyer is like apparently some kind of like parking permit lawyer, like speeding ticket lawyer. Like they don't actually have experience in civil cases or something. But yeah, I mean, like considering how the names are public, somebody must have already double checked it, right?
Asked me, was he like, is it true that you didn't know this person very long or whatever, and you were sharing explicit videos or something? I was like, yes,
Yeah.
just like with plaintiff. I think I had that one loaded a few times. Like, correct, just like with plaintiff. Correct, just as with plaintiff. Correct, yes.
Bro, I still don't know why JStock has such a hate boner for D. Oh, probably because Cherry is trying to pursue criminal charges for Destiny in terms of leaking, trying to record people in private, essentially, right? And yeah, there is evidence of this, I think. Yeah. So, you know, it could be actually such a funny scenario if Pixie loses the civil case, but Destiny gets criminally convicted, right? If that makes sense. That would be really funny, okay? Like, unironically, it would be really funny. It just means that Pixie's lawyers are pure crap, right?
Oh, probably one of the worst.
But yeah, yikes.
Oh my God, dude, there was some of the, what's in the record now in terms of stuff that I can draw from, whew, one of the most brutal lines of questioning. Zip, do you remember when, so they tried to do this, so again, they're trying to use this Kiwi Farms theory, because honest to God, I think she just copies stuff from KF and then she throws it to her.
I thought the preliminary was to see if this will turn into a criminal case. I believe that preliminary is just so then the judge can get like a gist of the vibes or something, right? Trying to get a gist of like what it... I mean, a preliminary is part of court, right? Like it's supposed to be a part of like the active court sessions. Yeah. It's like one of them, I think. Yeah. And Loner burned this bridge. He had a lot of bridges burned because of this. I think he's still justified in burning this bridge. Like, fuck it. It is what it is. Not over anything. Lawyer asked if he's contradicting because Destiny told Pixie I'll have my lawyer contact KF. I don't know, dude, I'm not gonna lie. All right, sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Look, you're not a lawyer, so again, I can't take what you're saying from this like in a serious manner. Okay, I'm sorry. A place on Earth is not preliminary injunctions, which is restraining specific behavior, not everything. I don't know. I forget. About
Let's use this.
It's too much.
They're trying to run with this weird theory of like the Google Drive. Like he had like an open Google Drive and he's just linking everybody to this whole repository of stuff. And it's like, no, this didn't happen. And at one point the judge stopped and I think the judge asked her like, oh, like, because I think they were trying to say that she had no idea that, was it about like a Google Drive link or something? And he asked her, he was like, so, you know, did you ever share videos with plaintiff or plaintiff ever bring this up? And then she was like, yeah. And he was like, and did you, he was like, did you, how did he send videos to you or whatever? And she was like, well, a Google Drive link. And he was like, and you didn't think that he would continue to use like a Google Drive link for transmitting material or whatever? And I was like, yeah, that's how we shared stuff. Yes. Oh my God. That was a brutal.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if a Google Drive thing will be necessarily indicative of stuff. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, I can't make any statements here. But like the thing is like, yeah, I mean, Google Drive, it's kind of intuitive, right? A little bit. A Google Drive can be for anything.
Because they tried to run with this, because she gave like 10 minutes of Yap testimony about how like, oh, like,
this is not really a law thing. He told Pixie his legal will ask Null. No, Destiny testified his legal did not contact Null. Well, yeah, he lied to Pixie. Why the fuck would he tell the truth to somebody who's suing him in court? Like, what the fuck?
I think that these were like open links or something, or there was like an open Google Drive and it's like, no, that's not how any of this works. And I had no idea that this would happen or whatever. And then he was like, oh, well, like, how did you guys do stuff? She's like, well, through Google Drive links. And it was like, oh my God.
or he's being naive, or some other thing happened. So the manager reaching out to Noah is irrelevant because his lawyer contacting Kiwi Farms was the topic. Yeah, but like the thing is that you have to assign, like, the only reason, like, if you bring that up, as a reason to try to slam Destiny on, like, I feel maybe as though you have to prove that it's malicious. Like, the fact that he didn't contact Null is the part that's like malicious, right? Or he didn't just make a promise that he can keep or whatever, right? Because if you made a promise that you would have to, like, I don't know, like there's a lot of things, like, this stuff is complicated. Okay, yeah, fuck.
Oh yeah. What did she was saying something along the lines of like because again, it's funny because if you go through my logs, I brought this up months ago. There are these concepts called proximate harm and foreseeability, and truly, foreseeability I think is not very well understood in Kiwi Farms. Again, is like laying really heavily into this, but the problem is the foreseeability argument is self-defeating. They want to say that if you transmit a video to somebody because they really want to rope me into the Kiwi Farms posting, that's their goal, is to try to make me responsible for any damages that might have occurred as a result of the Kiwi Farms posting. So what they're trying to say is like, well, if you send a video to any
Right, so, like, again, right, if it's true that he's just, like, trying to rope him into the Kiwi Farms posting, right, then yeah, I mean, like, is it not kind of unreasonable? I don't know, like, fuck. Yeah.
anybody, it's obvious it's going to be leaked. And it's like, well, hold on. Didn't you do that exact thing?
Like morally, we can say it's Destiny's fault because it's like, oh yeah, if you haven't leaked this, if you haven't gotten hacked or whatever the fuck, right? Like, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. But like, legally, right? Kiwi Farms is still its own, like, legal entity that is separated from Destiny. So it's like, yeah, right.
And then I think the judge asked her, he was like, well, did you guys ever like share videos with anybody else? And she was like, yeah, but I didn't think any other videos would ever be shared, like, of me or whatever. And then he was like, did he share videos with anybody else with you? And she was like, well, yeah, with his wife at the time. And he was like, and didn't that give you pause? I was like, yes. Thank God. Yes. Why is Justical involved in this shit at all? My theory. Oh my God.
Wait, did they actually ask? There's no shot. I said that I didn't believe it. But there's no way, dude. Please don't tell me Pixie actually asked Jay Stoke and Queeman for legal help. Please. This needs to stop. Please, don't say this. Please, for the love of God. Oh no.
Yeah, when the judge brought up, because the judge was like, so it's, I don't want to misquote. I mean, the transcript hopefully will come out, so it's not like I'm intentionally lying, but the judge basically brought up, he's like, so it seems like there was like an implied consent situation going on. And I was like, oh no. Oh, God, yes.
I think the reason why that's important is because if Destiny assumed, if there's reasonable cause to believe that Destiny thinks that it's implied consent, then it can't be malicious, right? Because from his perspective, you have to prove, you have to show evidence that he actually maliciously did something, right? Not that he was being dumb and he just, like, did that because he assumed that it would be okay, if that makes sense. Foodshops, that's what I was saying. That didn't give you pause and implied consent. Okay, I don't know, dude. Dude, I don't know. Fuck, dude. Whatever. Okay, just screw you. Okay, you poor moron. Did she know there were cameras? I don't know. By the way, like I said, all right, I think it would be really funny if Destiny got fucking convicted on criminal charges, but then just not on civil charges. But then to be fair, all right, civil charges are much easier to prove than criminal charges. So, you know, if you win a civil case, then it's probably no criminal cases coming. Okay, but you know, or you know, the police don't have to pursue it whatsoever because they only pursue things that they view as valuable time. valuable use of their time, maybe. No say on stream support that Destiny knows or set with strict policy or official. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I stopped caring.
So can the case
Okay?
end here? Do your
That's why
lawyers
I'm
think it
based.
will? I mean, it could, but
I mean, if she stopped pursuing it, right?
who knows? We don't know. The judge. I mean, and again, the judge still has to rule. I mean, theoretically, the judge could just say, "Actually, I'm going to fully grant the PI." You don't really know 100%, right? I think attorneys are always like cautious for like anything can happen. So, why is Justical involved in this? So, if you watch the Supreme Court case about TikTok and ByteDance, there's a very interesting argument that was brought up that I actually agreed with for why TikTok probably shouldn't be able to operate in the United States while it does. And I think the interesting argument is it's not very fair that TikTok gets to enjoy First Amendment privileges, but ByteDance is beyond criminal reach. So you end up in this world where TikTok can do whatever they want and they have full First Amendment rights to do it. But if they're doing something illegal or bad with their data, all of that is being done on the ByteDance side. So they get to do this two-step where they can present a First Amendment protected public-facing U.S. entity and then hide behind a criminally immune international entity. And I feel like in some ways, this is kind of how they're trying, the plaintiff is trying to do this case, where she's trying to publicly not say much about it, but she's coordinating with a ton of people in the background who aren't a part of the case, who can say a lot about it. I think that's probably, my guess is, I can't know this, my guess is that's probably why Juicetalker didn't want to formally join the case, is because then he would probably be a lot more limited about how much bullshit he can lie about and make up on his stream. And also, oh my God, thank you. It didn't come up at the hearing today, but one of the strongest arguments I have, oh my God, I'm sorry. One of the strongest arguments I have against all of these witnesses saying, I'm terrified of Destiny, I'm so scared, I think he's gonna document come after me. I'm so sorry, Stacia and all you other fucking retards. You guys talk about this shit every single fucking day in Justical's Discord server. I have hundreds of pages of you talking about it constantly. You can't talk about something in a public-facing area for weeks and months at a time, and then when it comes time for you to testify, come out and be like, well, actually, I'm too scared because I'm worried that he's going to come down really harsh on me. It doesn't work that way. You're either scared or you're not. You can't have...
Dude, I can't get over the fact, yeah, I agree, Lynn, okay? I can't get over the fact that Pixie's lawyers could be watching Queeman streams. Bro, just drop the case already, dude. You're not gonna win. Please, it's a waste of time. Okay, dude, please. This is your sign, okay?
Have it both ways. Oh, true.
Destiny's Lord Sky Plasma Kingler.
Hey, what's up? What do you want?
Hello.
Oh, you're right, Kingler. Yes, I agree. Yes, dude, Kingler. Okay, Kingler. Yeah. Assuming they're not doing it on a continual product, they're getting paid to watch streams. These are billables. Yeah, fuck, but it's like they're taking advantage of Pixie too. Fuck, I mean, I feel like Pixie did get screwed over, okay? So, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Fuck.
How you doing?
It is what it is.
I'm doing okay.
Oh well, this is the
I mean,
risk you
I
take when you
think
see
it was a good
somebody.
morning.
Yeah, pretty much. I was
Dude, J-Stelk isn't just dumb, dude. Foodshops, are you gonna say that J-Stelk is actually evil? No. I think J-Stelk is fat. Okay, you can't trust somebody who is dumb and fat, okay?
very cinema, truly. I have my notes.
Your
trying to find,
notes?
like,
Oh, I had so many
best
notes because
stuff,
I was
yeah.
passing it, but I threw my notepad away. Damn, Andrew's question, it was very
It
brutal.
was really good. I was
Holy
impressed.
shit.
Yeah,
Wait, also, by the way, okay, just FYI, alright? You know what's so funny? Is that Destiny was trying to find J-Stock's docs, right? Like he was trying to dox J-Stock or trying to find his personal information, right? What's funny about this is that I'm pretty sure one person from Spicy Chat in the past, okay, who have been a part of my viewership, all right, at some point actually managed to find J-Stock's information, all right, like address and how he looks and everything, okay? And Destiny couldn't find it. But then I banned that person. I banned that person from my audience after they sent me a picture of J-Stock IRL. I was like, we can't be doing that, dude. We literally can't be doing that. But yeah, like that part's kind of funny. It's just like the schizo from Spicy Chat who watches my streams, like just sent me like J-Stock's fucking picture. I was like, we can't do this.
I didn't know he did like trial lawyer stuff too. Damn.
Yeah, he went in. I was kind of surprised, but also, I mean, that's what you gotta do. So
Yeah. Oh, I feel like their counsel. I don't know what he was
So can confirm fact? Yes, can confirm fact.
trying to
yes.
establish half the time. It felt like his questions were like a little bit aimless. Like I don't know what he was ever trying to get me
there's
on.
so many points on that. Like, yeah, where he was going on. There was one where he was going in on like it was so funny. He asked like you post videos on YouTube, right? Or you stream, and they're like, yeah. And then
By the way, I don't think Pixie is malicious. I think she's been roped in to all of this from all the gaslighting, right? Like she probably had the full backing, the full like social and pressure and backing of Spicy Chat, right? Like if she is in Spicy Chat, and she's like, and she got all of this like fucking validation, right? I think she's in Spicy Chat, right? If she got all of this validation literally every fucking day, right? Then what do you think she's gonna think, right? Absolutely got Yas Queen, yes.
and he goes, oh, and you make money off this. This is your primary source of revenue. Like, yeah. So and you post videos about you talking about this case, correct? And you're like, yeah. And then and then you're like, yeah, but on the whole, I've lost way more money than
Yeah, because he
I
tried to
fucking
get
made
me
off
on.
of this. Like,
Yeah, plaintiff has
Honestly, we don't know right now. She is an adult and does have agency. Sure, yes, I agree. But isn't she like 21 or 22 or something? That's still a kid, I think.
a Substack, and yeah, he's like, don't you make money posting
Although, to be fair, yes, I agree. She's an adult. She does have agency. I have blasted 16-year-olds for less, okay?
videos? Like, yeah, but I've lost way more money than I've gained talking about this and being fucking sued.
and then they didn't want to talk about
25 or 26, I thought. Okay, she has no more agency.
And then, yeah, and then he killed
Oh, I'm sorry. She has full agency now.
his line of
she's-
questioning right there. And he started shuffling his notes. You know that he had more after. My favorite thing was after I
He's
gave an answer
smooth?
that I don't think he
No.
was
Stop.
necessarily
Don't
expecting,
compare me
and he
to
starts
Pixie.
shuffling.
Well, first of all, I'm not as pretty as Pixie, so that's number one, okay? Number two, I'm not as dumb as Pixie. That's number two, okay?
His papers, and I'm like, this motherfucker was was trying to go deeper into this.
He was going so back and forth. He wasn't like really following like a specific thing. He was just kind of like throwing all the random questions that they had on you.
Mm-hmm.
I felt.
Could be wrong.
What
Yeah.
do you have anything else in your notes that I missed from today?
Oh, I'm looking now. I haven't looked at them since this morning.
Who is your delusion if you think Pixie's pretty? Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, you guys are being nice. All right, I'm just trying to be humble. All right.
Plaintiff kept running with like I was really sexually inexperienced.
I think this person is one of Destiny's lawyers, right? The person who's in Destiny's voice chat right now. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, she tried that, but the logs and Andrew's lines of
Yeah,
questioning
eventually,
were
yeah, it'll come out.
brutal.
Well, it was
Jesus.
one of the things. It was kind of weird, but I mean, I guess that's what you got to do. But like every time your lawyer like asks, like, "Did you say this on this day?" and he'll like read, and she goes, "I assume so." If you have it in front of you.
Oh yeah,
just
and
didn't
she
wanna
kept saying like, I
own
don't know
any-
because I deleted the
No, it's just one of his fans who sat in the hearing since they're public. Wait, is the hearing recorded? Is the hearing recorded? Like, is it like on a YouTube channel right now? Please tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me that it is. Please. I'm begging you. No? Fuck. Okay. It's fine.
The message, you know that your side still exists on that. Like you it's not like I can delete your messages, so I don't know why you would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then oh man, I'm trying to.
I'm okay. I'm
My
fine.
handwriting's not that good. I'm trying to just read what I
He
wrote.
says that? Fuck. Okay, I wasn't listening.
Wait, I'm gonna grab a Red Bull 1 sec. Hold on.
Bro, I should have went in person. Guys, I should have went in person. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Some unhinged DJers literally okay, wait, hold on. To be fair, I would do too, okay? But also to be fair, like this guy, if he's not creating any content off of it, he's 100% like a huge meat writer. Yeah, 100%. But at the same time, I would, okay? I would just simply because I'm a content creator. Okay, I'm a content creator. This is what I do, all right? I report. I'm a journalist, guys. Ooh. I wish you did. It would be funny. Oh, if I did, then I can confirm for Loki whether or not Destiny is lying right now, right? I can confirm for Loki. Oh no, but then Loki will probably say like, but you're lying for Destiny. You have an ethical duty to go and report. True. I mean, you're more of a journalist than Hassan. Dude, I got punished for asking Destiny, okay, whether or not he leaked nudes, okay? My journalism has not paid off.
There were like
my journalism has not paid off.
Where Andrew had to keep asking questions to get a response from plaintiff, and then after they finally responded and kept yapping, Andrew was like, "Thank you for answering. Strike everything from the record after yes. Strike everything from the record after no."
There's a couple like the.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna run down, but it was.
You guys ever been to court for anything? No, of course not. Dude, I'm a shut-in. Remember? Femcel.
It was good, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh jeez, let me see my nose. I should have highlighted stuff earlier. Oh, like the judge asking, like, did you have an online profile? Like, what was that?
I went to
Then
court for
she
school. Oh,
mentioned
okay.
actually like being in this a streamer in the space after a lot of her testimony.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh, this one. Hold on. When the plaintiff's
For my
lawyer
parents'
asked
divorce?
her,
Oof.
if you sent people to Kiwi Farms and then your lawyer objected like speculation, she just said yes, like he knows Kiwi Farms has a thread, he's still sending stuff even though he knows that Kiwi Farm has a thread that's like obsessed with him, but he's still sending stuff to people. Like, yeah.
Yeah, all of that was so weakly supported. Yeah.
Also, by the way, like, why would you not show, like, if you felt passionate, like, guys, like, let's not pretend that we don't, like, guys, let's not pretend that we treat these dramas like the Super Bowl, okay? Because we do treat these dramas like the Super Bowl, all right? If people show up in person for the Super Bowl, you can show up for Destiny's career. All right, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying.
They really desperately wanted to go with the he's
like are we not acting as if this is the Super Bowl of internet autism right now? Like, really? Are we really acting as if this is not the Super Bowl of internet autism?
Directing people towards Kiwi Farms.
Really?
And it's like,
Yeah.
you understand
but
the
by the
plaintiff
end of it, they kind of dropped it because the judge they had to like.
But who do you want to win? I think I want Destiny to win. Yeah, I think I want Destiny to win, yeah.
Eventually, it was explained to the judge what everything was that they were talking about. Like, maybe they were like trying to slip it by without having to explain what Kiwi Farms is or like everything, but...
Yeah. Oh, but then plaintiff herself ended up explaining a lot that, like, yeah, there are a group of people that super hate him and post shit about him all the time because they were trying to make that.
I was surprised she said that.
Yeah, she said so much stuff that I feel like she didn't need to or shouldn't have said at all. Oh my God, there's a lot of stuff that I can, Jesus, but.
Yeah, about the lawyer kept asking.
I want Destiny to win because the statues don't match the purported evidence. Dude, listen, that's not the right answer, okay? I want Destiny to win because I would emotionally feel good, okay? See, I'm honest about things. All right, I'm honest about things. Okay, you can't be mad at me for being for biased or unbiased or whatever. Okay, I'm just honest.
About like the Google
What else can I
Drive,
say?
and then Pix is like, "Oh well, Abby MC said she received the video from Google Drive, and he sent links and everything." I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, but with
And
no.
then the judge asks, "But you got stuff from Drive too?" Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Who's on the call? Destiny? I don't know. Some guy who lives. How far away do you even live? Like 40 minutes?
No. It's not because I have a hatred of women. Okay, God no. Okay. Okay, partly yes. Okay, it is partly a hatred of women, but also it's so then I can spite some men. Okay, it's so then I can spite Queenman and J Stout. Okay, I don't like these people. Okay, I think they're cringe. So obviously, you know, any chance to spite them and any chance I get, yeah, I'm gonna. Okay.
No, like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did you say? You were just like,
Not to dox
here's my
myself,
ID. Can
but-
I just like go into the courthouse? You're just allowed to walk in, I guess.
Yeah, it's all public.
Oh, did you hear they're
I'm like
trying
a-
to? Apparently, they're trying to seal the transcript now.
That was, yeah, I just heard it.
I'm personally wanting to not do crimes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I don't want him to actually get prison time because that would not be good for content, right?
That's I don't
After
even
the
know
open
why.
hearing, what the fuck? Why would you not
Like,
do this
yeah.
beforehand? It was so stupid. Why you can't do that? They're doing so much stupid shit.
Yeah, and it's funny that they're doing that when I mean maybe they probably don't know. I already like talked about everything on Darius' stream earlier, so I mean I guess that's that. But, yeah.
You still feel bad for her. Like, I guess she has to be responsible for her actions, but I also think she's getting hardcore. No, she's an adult.
By the way, if you really want to talk about punishment, like if you do think Destiny deserves to be punished, which, you know, I'm in that camp, okay? But like if you really think, like, what do you think is a adequate punishment for this, right? Like, he lost over $150,000, right? Lost over $150,000 off of this case so far, right? If he wins this case, he's not getting any money back. Okay? And in addition, he's lost a lot of friends over this. Like pretty much everybody, right? So, yeah. Money isn't a punishment? I would argue it is, actually. I think it still deals emotional damage even to rich people. I do think so. Right? And part of it is emotional punishment, no?
This is on, like, this person is literally trying to, like, attack me more than any other person in the history of all of everything. And she should know better, right? There's a person who's like, oh, I want to go to law school and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, this is stupid.
Oh, I have in my notes. Pixie was asked, did he try to remove the videos? And she said yes. Which that was like before everything, so like that probably
Yeah,
will screw them later.
they contradicted
Yes,
because when she kept yapping,
has he doxed you? And she said yes. So that was something.
Oh, because I said the name or whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
but they forgot. And I actually just learned this recently. Thank you, Chatter, by the way. Oh my God. It was so awkward. I didn't know this, but I'm not going to say specifically, but there was a way.
My vision of proper punishment for Destiny isn't realistic because women are still opening their legs for him. Well, but that's a given when you're his size, right? The only way you can prevent like women opening their legs for him is if you literally like deplatform him to the point where he's unable to come back, right? Because then people can't find him anymore. But like that's another battle entirely. That's a different battle, right? If that makes sense.
Or no, they put this in all their court filings.
Not whatever
These
this
are just
is.
this is all public testimony, and all this testimony will be public. When they opened their Give Send Go, her name was attached to it for like a week. And listening to them try to talk around that, where she was like, "Well, I didn't know that would happen, and I didn't know that my whole day would be shown, and you know, and we had to message them." And it was like, "Oh, that was when the judge was just asking her a question. That was brutal too. Jesus."
And the judge kept trying to clarify. He like really trying to clarify. Okay, but couldn't you have done this, or couldn't you have done this?
Yeah.
Your name was on there, right? And like,
Jeez, yeah.
Um, I think Pixie was asked, "Did you ever object to him sharing?" She said no.
Oh
Presumably
yeah,
because
some
she
of
was
the
never given the
statements that
opportunity.
she
But I feel like that's another one that's gonna bite her in the ass later.
yeah, because some of the statements she was making. Yeah, I don't want to. I
Oh,
try to stay. I don't want to get too central on that issue
yeah,
because
yeah,
obviously the whole case is
it's the
about
main
that.
thing.
But she said a lot of stuff that cut against her. I think really hardcore when it comes to the Cardi claim, which might not even actually stand up to anything at all anyway because they have no evidence of it at all anyway. So yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. Um, I got to the point in my notes. There was one where, oh man, I just read it. Where was it? Where was it?
Just to get an idea of how well it's going, can you specify what part you think may have hurt your case the most? I mean, I don't want to sound like overconfident. I mean, Zip, I guess, can answer, but like, I feel like I'm pretty on the right side of all of this. I don't think like I'm kind of laughing or bragging, I guess, about I'm not bragging, but like I feel like things went well. But like I feel like it's an incredibly challenging case from their perspective. They have a really, really, really hard
To be fair, okay, if I was there in person, I would probably be taking notes too. Fuck it.
case. They filed probably in
I'm
an
just trying to be
inappropriate
fair
court,
here. Okay.
and they're filing on a claim that they had no proof for. And the dream, like imagine jumping out of a plane,
Oh,
with your
yeah.
parachute, but it's not on yet, and you're trying to put the parachute on as you jump out of the plane, and then you pull the ripcord and you find out actually it was just a hiking backpack. Like it feels like that's what their case is. And meanwhile, I just have to not say anything really stupid or fuck up or whatever, even though they keep trying to lay traps for me. Or I don't know. What do you think there was anything that was particularly bad? Or what do you think
I
was the
don't
worst
think
moment
so.
for me? I guess.
There was one question from you where you answered, and I was surprised you answered yes, just like without clarification or anything. I don't remember what it was. I'll probably find it in my notes. One thing that I did think was
Notes.
a little funny was during Brutler's cross on plaintiff. I think your lawyer was like looking at like the logs and like asking her about them.
Oh yeah.
And he said like.
Holy fuck! I need to cover Destiny forever if people are gonna send me this much memberships. Okay, I just need to cover every single Destiny video from now on. All right.
A magnanimous dispensation.
It is a magnanimous dispensation. Okay. Lynn, thank you so very much for the 10, oh my god, 10 gifted membership. Holy shit. Guys, can I get a W, Lynn, in the chat? Please, please. I am on my knees, okay? Let's get a W, Lynn, in the chat. All right. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, by the way, my throne.com wish list for the camera, it's been bought. Okay, so thank you for that. All right, yeah, apparently somebody paid it, so new camera coming in soon, I guess. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Okay, I love you guys. Yeah, you have a wish list. It's like one item on the wish list, and it's not even that important. Just... okay, but thank you, I appreciate that.
Like, and this is your message where you
It's one
suggest
item.
recording videos. She was like, well, yes,
Add
and the
more.
joke was
Oh my
like,
God.
but I thought you said that he suggested recording videos. It was so funny.
No. Oh, you're not even getting the best part of it. When he was
Once again, Lynn, thank you. Okay, you're my favorite black person. Okay. Okay, you're one of my favorite black people, okay?
like, I thought you said that he suggested recording the videos,
Yeah.
not you. Do you remember how she tried to explain that?
Oh, because she kept saying like, oh, because he had sent me a video, and then I thought that was because he wanted to. So like it.
I have beat other blacks at something for once in my life.
Imagine
Yeah.
I don't remember the metaphor.
Yes,
It was like,
she
imagine if
remember
you were
before,
talking
she was like, let me
water,
try to explain.
and
Let me
somebody's
try to
like,
explain with an
"He's talking
analogy.
about how
Wait.
good this water is," and then I ask, "Can I have some water?" Like, did I
Look, listen, the black Jewish community of Foodshops remains unbreakable, okay? The Black Jewish Alliance of Foodshops community is unbreakable.
It's not really making sense, but like
Yeah. She tried to walk through an analogy, and she's like, imagine somebody has really good water, and you start drinking all the water, and they're like, wow, this is really good water. And then somebody else is next to them, and you're like, well, can I have some water? Well, you would say that the other person suggested the water to them, even though they didn't really. And then I think she was like, okay, wait, this analogy doesn't work or something. And I was like, oh my god, why are you doing this? Oh no! But then right after I think she said that, then Andrew just started reading her statement. She's like, "You did say this, right? And you did say this, right?"
Can you tell us the lore of your prejudice against Jews? I don't know. I don't know where it came from, honestly. I just don't know. Maybe I think my parents are prejudiced against Jews. I think I probably got it from them. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. It's probably because like I haven't really interacted with any Jews IRL, I guess. I think that's probably one of the reasons. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, Chinese people have a lot of prejudices, okay? Like, okay, even that is a prejudice in of itself, all right? But, you know, when you're Chinese and you grow up under, like, a Chinese household, you're going to be prejudiced against literally, like, fucking everybody, okay? Including against other Asian people that look exactly like you. So, you know.
And my response is in the DM.
No IRL story. I'm sorry. I wish I was that interesting. I wish my hatred was that interesting, okay? Or prejudice was that interesting.
DMs were always like, "Oh yeah,
I wish,
if you want
okay,
to, then
trust
yeah,
me.
sure, whatever." So it was
if you
like,
want,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I wonder if Tankies hate you, especially they do.
Anyone from the public can go to these court hearings. Yes, these are open hearings in open federal court.
They're God's chosen people.
Could we watch this somewhere? No, federal court is generally not recorded in any way, but there might be a transcript made available soon, hopefully.
No.
Reading my notes. Oh, when it was at the point during the cross, like after, like.
Look, if it'll make you feel better, I'm also racist against Arabs, okay? Like Muslims. So, you know.
It felt like to me, like,
if it'll make you feel
like, it
better.
started with
fuck
like
it.
her lawyer asking her questions, and they were like just kind of establishing stuff, you know, whatever. It was on the cross where
I think I'm pretty much prejudiced against every single group of people ever. Actually, like if I really were to think about it, I think I'm like unironically racist. I have racist thoughts about everything. Okay, like yeah. That's it.
Brother asks Pixie about the Substack, and then the judge goes, "What is this? What is a Substack? What are we talking about here?" And then that's when everything is explained about her posting a Substack a month before filing the case, talking about everything. Yeah.
And then that's when the judge asks, like, well, wouldn't this make all of this like even more
Yeah.
public?
I'm pretty racist
And
against
her
white people.
disgusting.
Yeah.
There are a few things they're doing, and I mean, like, hey, the game is the game. I get it, right? You're just trying to win your case. That's fine. Them trying to do the what was it? Oh, trying to say that the videos were so popular that Noel tweeted out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, motherfucker, those were my videos. But I think Andrew brought
From
that
all
up.
the way back, that's like back from like the initial complaint and like the immediate.
Are none of them lived IRL experiences though? Like any of them? I mean, I guess I am racist against Chinese people, just mainly because, like, the way that I've interacted with my fellow relatives when I visited back in China, I thought they were just kind of cringe, being, like, super pro-CCP, and then I was like, oh, wow, this really confirmed my biases, and then I guess I just moved on, that's it.
Reply from your lawyers, like that was the immediate, like that wasn't about the video, and I think Brother argued against that as well today.
No fun stories. I'm sorry.
Where they were saying like, oh, and I think Pixie said this when she was being questioned. She said like, oh,
is it self-hate or anti-commie shit? Both.
oh, and the creator of the site posted that the website crashed because of the Destiny BJ video. And then Redler's like, okay, but to be clear, this was a different video, unrelated to plaintiff.
Yeah.
And like so many of the videos that they're like bringing up is like your lawyer then had to be like, these videos are unrelated to plaintiff.
Yeah. 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 Because they just want to bring up like random shit all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Pixie Stole saying that the Substack was because, or I think the judge was asking like this was before the lawsuit, wasn't it gonna?
Tell me the racist Chinese take about Koreans. Am I discriminatory towards Koreans? Like, honestly, for Koreans, I don't think I'm that discriminatory. Like, if I were to really think about it, I think it's just because, like, Koreans are glorified so much in, like, Western media, right? I think just because of how much they're glorified and, like, how much, like, content there is, where, like, K-pop, like, glorification of K-pop, or Korean fashion, or the internet culture glorifies, like, Korean, like, beauty and stuff like that, right? Like, the way that, you know, I think Koreans are glorified, I think, like, there isn't that much prejudice, I guess, for me, for them. But, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think about, like, what I find about Koreans that I find distasteful or something. I don't know. Yeah.